The story starts in a school, with a group of kids surrounding another kid and asking him to give them money. The boy these punks are surrounding is Takeda Junpei, our MC, and another boy called Kido Shuda is the leader of the group of these delinquents. He kicked Kido Shuda and told him to get the money if he doesn't have it. He should just go and steal money. He wants 50,000 yen today. This is Takeda Junpei's everyday life, getting beaten up. Then, a girl named Tatsumiya Noriko, or Noriko for short, comes there to save Takeda. The bullies said that they can't believe how Noriko always comes to save this trash. She is just like his wife. She grabs Takeda and takes him away from there. Others are laughing at him, except Kido Shuda. He is angry. He can't digest that such a loser has a girlfriend. After they get away from there, Takeda says that he is fine, and this doesn't concern her. Just because she is his childhood friend doesn't mean she has to get involved in his business. She said that he might have forgotten about this, but a long time ago, he saved her when she was bullied. So she can't just turn a blind eye to this. She said that she understands that he is actually a really strong person. That's why even if everyone hates him, she won't hate him. Takeda Junpei, or just Junpei, said that he understands that nothing will change unless he changes himself first. He thinks that even by a little, for Noriko's sake, he must change himself. He gains a little bit of confidence suddenly. The bully group comes back and says that he changed his mind, and he needs the money back today. Junpei and Noriko are confused. Then suddenly their bodies start to get distorted. All of them are shocked and confused about what is going on. Then, they are transported to another space. All of them are stunned and confused. They don't know what just happened. Then, a boy appears there and says that he will explain the situation. Everyone is shocked after seeing him. Kido gets angry and asks who this brat is and where they are. He shows aggression against this kid. The kid says that he understands the reason behind his reaction, but this is annoying. After that, the face of Kido gets split and starts twisting in different directions, just like when someone twists clothes to dry them. And just when you twist something too much, it breaks or gets split. The same thing happened with his head. After seeing this scene, everyone is shocked, and the kid is smiling. After seeing the blood and head of Kido, they almost lose their minds. Noriko starts screaming like crazy. Then that kid snaps his fingers and Kido gets his head back. Again, everyone is shocked after seeing Kido's head fine. Then, that kid introduces himself. He is the creator of the world they live in. In other words, a god. He was originally a human as well, but it's been 3 billion years since he became a god. Well, that might not be the exact number of years, as it's been too long, and he lost count. Well, even gods have their share of troubles. For example, they can't die. That's why they have to find ways to kill time. That's right, he was bored and has lots of time to spare. That's why this time he decided to come up with a new way to kill time, and that's transferring them into another world. No one wants to utter a single word. Well, that's to be expected. After all, how can anyone possibly speak up in this kind of strange situation? And his world exists within another dimension, and that world is like any fantasy games. In that world, the kings of the major countries would use summoning magic to summon their desired heroes, because he allowed the usage of summoning magic just for them. Noriko said that she doesn't understand what he is saying, but she begs him to send her back home. She just wants to live a normal life. After hearing that, the so-called god gets angry. He said that he was bored, so why would he send them back? Kido's gang also tries to understand and take in the situation. Then the god asks Junpei if he understands the situation. Junpei said that he understands a little. Then the god resumes his explanation. He told them that they can see their status window in front of them. Levels and ability are the norms in the world they are going. An average person has around 50 HP and 20 AP. Using that as a reference, everyone can determine their own worth. For example, Kido is crazy strong with an impressive skill. Skills are divided into 5 levels from low, which is called beginner, to high, called ultra. And this appraisal skill is a gift for them. Kido's gang all get decent stats and skills. Then Kido comes to check Junpei's status. After seeing the status window of Junpei, he starts laughing. Then another one comes to see his status. He also starts laughing after seeing it. Junpei's stats are almost 20 times less than Kido's stats, and he also doesn't have a job. Then the god comes and explains to him that no jobs mean that he is free to get whatever skills he wants. Usually people get their skills in accordance with their level, but for him, he has to defeat enemies and take their skills. So, if we put it that way, then that's actually quite an amazing ability. The so-called god tells him that he has to defeat enemies by himself. And strong enemies with rare skills are rare to find. But there's a labyrinth filled with abnormal monsters, and there might even be something he wants there. Then Junpei's focus goes to Noriko. He tries to call her, but she doesn't listen. She is in shock and scared. She said that they might die in another world, and it might get really ugly in another world. And Kido has the best stats among them, so they should work together. Well, Noriko is also jobless with even worse stats than Junpei, so it's understandable that she wants to stick with the strong. Then the god sends them to another world on their new journey. After God sent them to another world, they are not living the life of a summoned hero. They were summoned by the king of the country they are currently in right now. The battle forces of other countries are made up of heroes. The king had high hopes for them, but they still ended up losing in the end. The king gave up on the uselessness that they are and threw them away. They dumped them on the dirt road outside this remote village. The villagers here look at them with cold gazes. They arrived during a famine and gave them more mouths to feed. That's why the least they can do is help out the villagers. Now, Junpei's work is to plow the fields every day. He is doing his work when Noriko comes. She asks Junpei to come with her for a moment. Junpei goes with her. She tells Junpei about sacrifice. She says that the villagers told them when they first arrived there. They told that the cause of the famine was because of the labyrinth nearby. That's why they must regularly offer sacrifices. Junpei said that he knows about that, but that's for the villagers to worry about. It's not related to them. Noriko said that it's true. They are outsiders after all. But her status is the lowest out of everyone. She said that she is useless. Junpei said that it's not like this. The sacrifices themselves volunteer for it. Then Noriko said that she was the perfect fit for it, and the village elder already picked her. So she doesn't have much of a choice. Junpei said that they will run away from there. She doesn't have to go that far. She said that it won't do. They've been dispatched here by the king's command. If they run away selfishly, they would become wanted criminals, and they also have nowhere to run to in this unknown world. And if they get caught, then all of them would lose their lives. She smiles and said that it's okay. Just because they call it sacrifice doesn't mean that she will die for sure. It's just throwing someone into the sacrificial labyrinth full of unknown dangers. But she won't die, and she will live. She said that with a big smile. But Junpei is not looking satisfied. He clenches his hand and said that he will not allow that, because he will be the sacrifice in her place. Noriko looked shocked and surprised. Then suddenly, Kido comes there. He said that he heard what they said. Kido stopped bullying Junpei after they arrived at this village. Kido told Junpei that he has changed ever since they come here. He is working hard every day, and now he even offered himself to be the sacrifice in Noriko's place. He really is an idiot. After saying all that, Kido said that he is sorry for bullying him. Then he said that they should run away, and Noriko said that she is the sacrifice so he doesn't have to. Junpei stopped them and said that he will go. After that, he said some emotional stuff to Noriko about the things she said to him and that he thought of changing himself for her sake. He said that he is doing his best from then on and he won't die, and they will definitely meet again. Afterward, they meet with others and start their journey towards the labyrinth. After some time, they reach the labyrinth. After that, they enter the gate. Inside, it was a small room with the white line in the middle that marks the entrance. They ask him again if he really wants to do it. Junpei looked back and asked Kido to take care of Noriko. Kido put a hand in front of his face and said sure. After that, he starts entering while thinking if he will be able to come back alive. He wants to survive for Noriko. After he just stepped on the other side of the white line, Noriko called him from behind. She said that there are many brave and famous adventurers that dared to challenge this labyrinth, but none of them came back. The survival rate of this labyrinth is 0. So saying something like, "I return alive," is just stupidity. Junpei was confused about what she's saying. She mentioned that this labyrinth doesn't belong to this world. Once someone steps into this labyrinth, they don't belong to this world, and they can't enter back into this world anymore. Then she revealed her true colors and kissed Kido in front of Junpei. She apologized to Junpei and said that she had to play this game because it's meaningless if the sacrifice doesn't volunteer for this willingly. She admitted that the village elder asked her to be the sacrifice, and that's why Kido and she came up with this plan. However, it was actually her idea. Then Kido started playing with her boobs. She asked Junpei if he understands that even if they have similar stats, between a trash like him and her woman's body, which one would be more useful? Junpei became an NTR manga protagonist. He asked if all that was a lie. She said yes. He asked if she wouldn't hate him. She said that she doesn't hate him, but she also doesn't like him either. Junpei started crying and asked about the promise of protecting each other and helping each other. She said that it was because they were still in a safe place at that time, and he should be able to tell by the situation he is in now that it was all nonsense. She couldn't believe that he actually volunteered to become a sacrifice on her behalf. He is so kind, or to put it realistically, he is just too stupid. Junpei was crying like crazy, then Kido came and kicked him in the face. Junpei fell to the ground, and suddenly a wall started appearing in the middle of the room. After that, Kido and Noriko said goodbye to Junpei with a big smile. After that, Junpei didn't know what happened. He just kept walking in the dark until he noticed a door. He opened the door and entered it. There he saw death. He was very shocked after seeing it. Then he remembered the skill he had, and he used appraisal. This monster here is the Undead King with a danger level of SS. The Undead King has low HP due to its fragile corpse body. However, regardless of physical or magical attacks, it has the ability to nullify them with its dark particles. Thus, normal attacks are useless against him. Junpei was confused about what the SS danger level means. Then the ground made a sound because it's very thin and fragile and cracked under his weight. But because of it, the Undead King attacked him. Junpei tried to run, but the Undead King cut his shoulder, and he fell to the ground. Because of Junpei's weight, the already crumbling ground cracked, and he fell down into it.